Hey, hi friends. Welcome to DevOps-Ansible course video series presented by Narendra from Do With Python Technologies. In this video, we are going to see how to automate the Ansible installation and configuration on AWS environment. So how you can install your Ansible, after that how you can configure your Ansible clients with your Ansible controller. So everything you, if you are going to do manual process, then it will take some lot of time. So instead of that, if you have some script, either Python script or shell script or combination of Python and shell, right, it will take very less time. Your work will be reduced, and that thing, yes, we can do it by automation. So here we are going to discuss that. So before going to that, what are the requirements in order to do uh, automate the Ansible installation and configuration? First thing, you need some AWS account, because from here only I am going to take my servers. Then you need to configure your programmatic keys on localhost. That localhost may be Windows or Unix like system. And how you can configure these programmatic keys means using AWS configure command. Okay, then you should have some knowledge on Python and shell. See, purely by using Python scripting itself, you can able to do this. But if you combine Python and shell, this process will be somewhat easy. So if you go purely Python, definitely it will take some lengthy code, because sometimes compared to Python, shell is the best one, right? So here I used a combination of both Python and shell, but 90% of the code is only Python only. Then in order to implement the code for this Ansible automation on your AWS environment, you require this Python packages: AWS CLI, Boto3, Boto Core, and Paramyco, right? So these are the Python packages required to do your automation, Ansible automation, right? Okay. In case if you don't have these packages on your local host, just go with the pip command, and you can install that, like using pip install any one of the package. Okay. Then finally you should know how Ansible is working. So before going to do automation, you should know the manual steps. Then only you can write effectively without having any errors. Effectively you can write code. Okay. Now observe here, basically how Ansible is working. We know that purely based on SSH connectivity, Ansible is going to work. So basically passwordless authentication is required to work out with your Ansible controller and with Ansible clients. Okay. Anyway, it does not require any port, right, to be opened, or any need of any agent installation on your Ansible clients. It won't require them. Okay. So only we need to do, the thing is, you have to enable the passwordless authentication. So that is the main concept of your Ansible, right? Okay. Now if you are going with your Ansible, manual steps once again I am giving. So already the manual procedure how you can install and configure your Ansible, it is there already in my channel. You just go to Ansible videos. There I created one video. Okay, in Ansible playlist you are having one of the video on how to install and configure your Ansible on different servers. Okay, anyway, the simple steps again once again I'm going to give, because here you need to understand the code. First you need to create your environment, right? Means suppose if you are going to take some 4 servers, let me take one Ansible controller and 4 your Ansible clients. So this is Ansible controller, suppose, and these are Ansible clients. Okay. Now between, first of all, before going to install your Ansible, you need to provide between all these servers passwordless authentication. Then once if you install your Ansible, then it will work effectively, right? So for that, what you have to do, just I'm going to steps. So in each and every server, apart from your Ansible controller, on remaining servers, whatever the servers you are going to treat as Ansible clients, so on them you should have unique username and admin, and on each and every Ansible client servers. Okay, you should enable this option, and you need to restart this service SSHD, right? So that you are going to make passwordless authentication, right? So for that, these are the steps. And finally, you can log in into remote servers from Ansible controller, okay, using simply SSH username or the host name. Once if it is working without asking any password, then strongly you can say that yes, now we are having passwordless authentication. So we know that in order to provide that, you require SSH key pairs, private and public. So after generation of public and private keys, you have to transfer your public key with all your Ansible clients, and you have to generate your keys on Ansible controller. That's it. Okay. Then how to configure? Just install your Ansible, right? So you know that by default in your suppose if you are going with RHEL server, by default with your M repo there is no Ansible package. That's why you are going to add some EPL package on your host. Then from that you can install your Ansible using this command. Okay. Once if it is done, then you have to configure, right? So your host inventory file with all your clients IPs. You have to update your Ansible host file with your remote servers IPs. And finally, we can verify, suppose using this command like Ansible some group name -m ping. Suppose if you get for this response as POM, then your uh, created environment is perfect. The setup is perfect with your Ansible. So these are all the steps, manual steps. Now here, how I am going to create your script to automate all these steps. Okay, let me open first of all my one. I am going to take localhost as my Linux box. Okay, see, you can also run my scripts on this Windows server as well, but here I am going to take my local mission as my local box as my local server as Linux. So this is suppose my Linux. Now the entire steps I divide into some 6 scripts. So instead of writing a single script, if you divide with number of scripts, then it is somewhat easy. Of course, you can also combine all my 6 scripts into one script, and you can simply in one step you can run my script. But here I did my entire code in 6 parts. Let me show and explain them. Say suppose I'm having very first script, this one, creation of required Ansible controller and Ansible clients.py script. First of all, what is the purpose of that script? Nothing is there. So if you are going to set up your Ansible, right, you required suppose some Ansible controller server and some set of Ansible clients. So if you are going to work out with the new environment, then you have to create these servers as well. But suppose if you are already having some servers on your environment, but you have to make them make group using your Ansible. I mean already servers are there suppose in environment. So for them you have to just install your Ansible. So in that case you don't need to execute my first script. Directly you can go with my second script. What is the purpose of first script? Nothing but in case if you don't have any servers on your environment, if you are going to create a new environment or new servers you are going to create for your Ansible, then while running this script you have to provide how many clients you want to create. Then by default this script will create one extra server, that is for Ansible admin, I mean Ansible controller. Okay, first let me run my script. If you want to see my code, yes, you can see it. So create or creation, observe here. So the most important point is that but Boto 3, Boto core and Paramyco. packages of your Python. Okay. Now, if you configure some programmatic keys on your host, okay, then through programmatic using port 03, you can able to connect with your AWS account. Once if you are going to connect with your AWS account, then you can create some number of servers. So see here, I'm going to get connection of my AWS account. So for that I use some steps. Okay. So after getting that, I'm going to create some Ansible controller server. Apart from how many servers you are going to select, suppose if I'm going to select 2 servers, then those 2 are Ansible clients. So 2 plus 1 my script will create. So this one is for Ansible controller, where you are going to install your deploy your Ansible. Okay. So observe here guys, this is part to create Ansible controller. So I am going to use tags to identify that which is Ansible controller and which is Ansible client. Okay. The same way I'm having one more function to create your Ansible clients. So here I take tag value, that tag value based on Ansible client. It may be Ansible client 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise. So I have taken as a variable, and in that variable I am storing Ansible client 1, client 2, client 3 based on how many servers you are going to create. That's it guys about this script. Okay. Now see, I am going to see as of now on my environment. Let me open first of all my environment. I mean my AWS account. See here I am having only running server, that is my local host. Of course already some servers are there, but they are terminated. So in case if I create some servers using my Python script, how your servers are going to create like this: Ansible client 1, client 2, controller. Okay. And in this server I will install my Ansible software. Okay. Anyway, first of all I am assuming that I don't have any server. I don't have any servers on my environment for my Ansible installation and configuration. So that's why I'm going to create. In case if you are having already some servers, you no need to install my first script. You no need to run my first script. So but here I require to run that script. Sorry, directly I'm not giving execution permission, so I'm directly going to run my script using Python. So Python creation of required ANS controller and ANS client servers.py. Okay, and this is the first script, so I am representing that at the end, first script. Okay, there is an advantage by using this numbering system at the end. If you use at the first, in case one creation of required Ansible controller Ansible servers.py, then you can't use this script as a package in your remaining programs. Okay. Okay, now observe here, I ran that script. So it is asking enter number of ANS clients servers required. Suppose I want to 3 servers. Yes. See, observe that my script itself is going to create your servers. Okay. 1 second. Oh, sorry. We are under. Let me move to my. I copied my scripts on root. Okay. So cd root temp. Okay. Here I'm having my scripts. Let me run now. Python creation servers. Observe that will create you first, it will clear your screen, then after that it is going to ask how many servers you are going to create. I am going to create 3 servers. Observe here, we are going to create 1 Ansible controller and 3 Ansible clients, right? And it is going to create Ansible controller, and it is created successfully. Each and every information it will give. Now it's going to create Ansible client 1, but we have given 3. Now it will install, it will create 3 Ansible client EC2 instances on my AWS account. Yes, it has done, right? So after running this script, okay, it will clear. Let me clear my screen first, otherwise I will list the files. Observe here, after running my first script, it will create all servers, required number of servers along with your ANS controller. It will create one file. In that file you are having some information. So let me open that file. So my file is created file is list of all ANS controller, and so what will be there in this? Observe that. So whatever the servers you are going to create, that servers IDs are there. In future, suppose if I want to work out with that my created Ansible clients or my created Ansible controller, so apart from to identify remaining servers, suppose if you are having already some existing servers are there in your AWS account, but using your script you are going to create some servers. So on those servers only, if you are going to work with them, then you should have some key. So that's why I created a some file using my first script itself. In that you are having just now whatever the servers you created, all those servers information with the help of ID. Now let me open my and refresh this AWS account. See, yes, you are having running Ansible client 1, this is client 2, client 3, and one more Ansible controller. If you observe here 78703, 78703, this is Ansible controller. Same way, suppose Ansible client 1 ID is 4ED, observe that 4ED, yes, it is there. Same way 2, 4F80, yes, 4F80. So now what is the purpose of this file? Why you created this file means, I created this file because of I told that after running my first script, it will create just only servers, required servers for your Ansible installation and configuration. But if you are already having some servers in your environment, you don't need to run your first script. Directly create a one file with this name, and in that just upload your Ansible, update that file like this. Suppose you are having already some 4 servers, just assume one server you are going to treat as Ansible controller, then Ansible controller ID like this. They just copy your ID. Same way, remaining Ansible clients IDs also copy here. So now what I am saying is, in case already if you are having some servers on your AWS account, you don't want to create a new servers. In that case, don't run my first script. Instead of that, just directly create one file with this name, and in that file just upload your Ansible controller, Ansible clients IDs like this in this format, so that the second script onwards it will work for your environment. So only my first script intention is to create a servers and create a some file in that whatever the servers you created for that IDs. That's it. Now observe here, all servers, 3 servers I created, Ansible client 1, client 2, client 3. Apart from that, one extra Ansible controller server. Actually in this server I will install my Ansible software later, but as of now these are the servers I created. The second thing, observe that now I am having second script, one more script. So where is 2? Yeah, make SSH connectivity on. Okay, this is second script. So what is the purpose of this script means? See, actually you have to, before going to work out with your Ansible, you should make between among your servers, you should have some passwordless authentication. At least you should have SSH connectivity, right? First you should have SSH connectivity. For that you have to make password authentication yes on each and every server, and you have to restart your SSHD, right? So for that purpose I am having this second script. Okay, now let me run my second script, and what will happen, observe that. See, this script will enable SSH connection between your Ansible controller and Ansible clients. Yes, it has done, observe that. So for that it is going to do some commands. See, along that this script will also create some Ansadmin users, right? So what is the purpose of creating Ansadmin users? You should have unique username on each and every server, whatever the server with the whatever the servers you are going to work out with your Ansible, right? So for that purpose this is doing. That's it. Okay, now second thing is over. Now observe, let me run my third script. So my third script is generate SSH keys on ANS controller. So just now we enabled only passwordless authentication yes on each and every server. Now the thing is, second thing is, you should, in order to make passwordless authentication between servers, right? Between servers, in order to make passwordless authentication on your ANS controller, right? Wherever you are going to install your Ansible, there you need to generate some SSH keys, right? Right. So for that I am having the third script. Let me run my third script. Generate yes So it will generate keys on your ans controller server with the username as ans, right? So I have to provide some information. Yes, yes. Now see, it is going to create your key page on ans controller server with the username as ans admin, because you are going to work out with ans admin user on all servers, right? That's why you have to create your keys with the name of this. That has been done. Okay. Okay, see, I'm not doing any installation steps. Simply I'm going to run my scripts one by one. So just now I ran third script, right? Now I'm going to run my fourth script. So what is my fourth script? Let me take somewhere. Where is my fourth? Yeah, this one. Now see, after generation of your keys, right, you should exchange with your clients. Yes, you can do that. I'm going to do that. Exchange your cell scripts on controller, right? Okay, that has been done. Now I am going to run my fifth script. So my fifth script purpose is install Ansible on whatever the server you are going to feel as Ansible controller. On that it is going to install my Ansible software. So I already know what is my Ansible controller server on which I have to create. That information I already updated in this file, right? So where is this file? It is there in this. So if you want to see with this ID, with this tag ans controller ID, so on this server only my script will automatically identify this ID, and on that server only my script will install your Ansible software. Now let me run that, right? So install Ansible software on Ansible controller server. So this will install Ansible on Ansible controller server and also create a key exchange script on Ansible controller. Okay, anyway, it's going to see. Just now it added some EPL package on my ans controller. Now it is going to install your Ansible. See, all these things we are doing from our local host. Right here, I am taking one of the server as my local host, and from there I am running. So everything setup is going to create. Once if we successfully created all these server scripts, six scripts, one by one, yes, now your Ansible also installed on your Ansible controller. Okay. Okay, still we are on our local host only, guys. I mean, this is my local host, this server. We are on that server only. Okay, if you want to check whether you are on there or not, you can check it, right? See, 172.31.93.18. Observe your private IP 172.31. This one, right? This one. So we are on our local host only. That's it. This one. Okay, from there you are going to do your setup. Now, just now I installed Ansible on my ans controller server. Those are in remote location. From our local host we are created, we installed that Ansible software on Ansible controller. Now finally you have to do one more script. You have to run that. Okay, now that script is simply this one. So it will create, let me do that. So I need some password for this. I already entered that password in your script itself. You have to use same password, and 123 same way. So you are having 3 servers, so you have to enter 3 times password. Okay, okay, so your setup, everything has been done. Now the thing is, in order to verify, okay, run this script, right, on your see ans controller. In order to connect with your ans controller, our script itself is giving your AWS SSH mechanism syntax. So that script is going to create that thing as well. So just copy this, okay, and enter on your local host itself. So anyway, if you take your local machine as Linux, so it's going to support SSH. So now I am going to connect with your my ANS controller server, that is 54.192.4.235. Observe here, ANS controller, right? This one. Let me see, 54.197.4.235. So with that server I am going to connect. Yes. So what is the password for that? I know that. ANS 123. That's it. Now you are on your ANS controller server. Now, so I need to run this script. Just run that script. Yes. So this is for verification. Yes. Observe here. It has been verified. Okay. Now, okay, we have to run this command in order to check. Yes. Observe here. So all servers are getting on all servers you are getting your output as pong for ping command. See, nowhere I didn't go with manual steps. Simply I run 6 scripts and I verified one of the script on my Ansible controller server, so that finally you are going to get your Ansible installation and configuration mechanism with automation procedure by using your Python and shell scripts. See guys, if you know only Python, it is somewhat difficult. But if you know Python as well as shell script, at least basics of shell script, you don't require much things from shell script. Just at least basic commands. So shell script nothing but just placing your commands one by one. So in case if you are going to combine your shell scripts with Python, you don't much required about shell script. You just know commands. Then just place whatever the commands you know based on requirement one by one line in a shell script. That's it. You don't require some logic. I mean for loop, if condition, some operations you don't require much in shell script. In case we are going to work with Python combination with your shell, but you should be good with Python. So now here I achieved my Ansible installation and configuration with the help of Python and shell scripts. Okay, so this is very important guys. Now you know that in real time you have to going to uh, set up our Ansible, right? Installation of Ansible and configuration of Ansible with the number of servers, not only 1 2 3 servers, right? You should have some number of hundreds of servers or thousands of servers. So whenever if you are going to work out with that number of servers, and if you want to do configuration manually, it will take some lot of time. Even our script will able to do with any number of servers. Even if you enter 100 servers, yes, it will create all 100 servers, and on all 100 servers it will copy the SSH public key from ANS controller to remaining all 100 servers, and finally it will update your inventory file as well. See, I forgot to show my inventory file on ANS controller. See, if you observe, actually we didn't edit this Ansible host inventory file. Observe that at the end we able to add your Ansible, I mean client's IPs by default through script. Manually we didn't add this, right? So through scripts only you are going to achieve this. So everything we can achieve using scripting. It may be Python scripting or shell scripting. So compared to shell scripting, Python scripting is having more features. You can easily achieve your automation automation skills using Python in very less time. But sometimes it need to execute some shell scripts as well with the help of Python. So that is somewhat better actually. But of course, completely by using Python itself, you can able to achieve your complete automation. There is no doubt. But sometimes, rare times, very 10% or 5 to 10%, sometimes you need to work out with the shell scripts as well, combination of Python and shell. So 90% importance for Python, 10% importance is for shell scripts. Okay. Okay guys, so here actually this type of real-time scripts, okay, we are going to implement with our students in my course. If you are really interested to learn about DevOps, Python scripts, shell scripts, and DevOps with automation, okay, we are going to provide that course from scratch. We are going to provide, even if you don't have any idea on Linux servers, or at least what is OS, okay, we are coming with that level. So we will make you a good automation engineer, even though if you don't have any knowledge on servers or scripting or DevOps. If you just simply assume you don't know anything about IT, yes, we are ready to make you as an automation engineer in any field. But exactly what I can say is simply we are going to make you DevOps automation engineer with Python and Shell. So we are going to teach DevOps as well. Along with that, how you are going to make your DevOps concepts, DevOps tasks with code. Simply how you can do your automation in DevOps. Everything we will teach. Okay. If you are interested, then you can reach me. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. If you want this script, you can ping me, you can mail with this doitpython@gmail.com, so that I will share my code. So instead of taking this code, if you go and practice this script, instead of directly executing this script, if you practice that, if you try to write code using these manual steps, either Python or shell or combination with Python and shell, you will get some good knowledge. Okay. See, in my entire course, we are going to discuss with real-time scripts, concepts, as well as, I mean, concepts means the procedures. Manually, if you go, how you are going, how you can do with manual steps. Once you've done that with the manual steps, how much time it is going to take. But the same thing, if you do some automation, if you write some Python scripts or shell script or combination of Python and shell, how much time you are going to reduce. So in that way, our course will be there. If you are really interested, then you can reach me with this email ID, doitpython@gmail.com. Okay. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe my channel so that you will notify whenever we post some new videos. Okay, bye.